Hey man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports podcast. I am Brittney Cole.
And I'm Vicky D.
Today we got a special guest. Shout out to V's.
I told y'all, man.
You told us what?
About them Warriors, man.
Listen, as you can see, he has on the jersey, the 30 Curry jersey.
I told y'all.
He's ready.
I done had this for a year, and I popped the tag today.
So you bought it a year ago?
Yeah, I did.
And you wore it to this show specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. We appreciate that. So, it's been an interesting finals. But before we get to that, let's run down some news. Shout out to the WNBA. They're currently in their season. If you're not watching, I feel sorry for you.
I mean, the NBA is over, so you might as well just hop on over.
Right, for more basketball. Like, check out the women. They lit.
Speaking of lit, well, actually, not yet, but gotta talk about Brittney Griner, y'all.
Free BG. I'm tired of her being there.
Yes.
They extended her her detainment, I think, to like July
12th. So yeah, from when it was first reported, it was 18 days. July 12th.
Why they keep extending it?
Because they trying to be funny. That's just how I feel.
Well, her agent, Brittney Griner's agent, feels like she's part of a political pawn.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's Russia. Think about it. It's Russia. She's from here. They suck. And I don't feel like whoever is in charge over here, whether it's the WNBA people in charge, whoever's in the U.S. front office, they just not working hard enough. And I feel like, one, she's a woman, she's black, and she's gay. They really ain't trying to work hard enough. Yeah. And it's not fair to her. It's not fair to her family, her teammates. Like, she's been over there since what, like February?
So she was arrested on February 17th.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Again, if you forgot, she was found on cannabis oil vape cartridges that were found in her luggage in Moscow. So yeah. And
that shouldn't constitute you being in prison in a whole different country for 4 months.
Well, I mean, maybe is it illegal over there?
Everything's illegal over there. I mean, they can't talk. They always getting banned for stuff.
They making an example out of her.
Right.
Exactly. And like, I don't like it. So it's been extended until July 12th. So hopefully when July comes around, they have a decision in getting her out of there and give us a date as to when she will be coming back, because it's been long enough.
If that was LeBron over there, he would have been out.
Hello. Hello. But I do want a free BG shirt. So if anybody making them, call WNBA, because I want a free BG shirt.
Want me to free her.
But
so Roy Jones Jr. is actually he's working on trying to free Brittney. He'll say he'll even go to Russia if he has to.
Talk is cheap.
He's actually a dual citizen
there.
Yeah, in Russia too. So
okay, buy a ticket, sir. We're waiting.
Hey.
We're waiting.
He said he would put his life on the line. So
I like the not enthusiasm, I like it. That's the bottom line. It sounds nice. It sounds nice.
You want to see action?
Yeah, I want to see the action. Right. At this point, everybody just talking. Like, where's the action? So, but speaking of the WNBA, if you did not hear, the legend herself, Sue Bird.
Yes.
This is her final season playing in the sport that she has been playing forever.
Yeah.
Listen, I tell you all the time, Sue Bird is legendary to me. She is a 2-time NCAA champion with UConn. She is a 4-time WNBA champion with the Seattle Storm, which is the team who drafted her. She has played for no other team but the Seattle Storm. She is a 5-time Olympic gold medalist. I believe she's a FIBA World Champion, either 4 or 3, and a EuroLeague champion as well. Listen, her resume is long.
That's a big dog resume.
It is. And she's also currently the all-time assist leader with the WNBA.
Yeah,
She need a
we need to
statue.
run down accolades. I mean, she's played in 500 out of 599. Yeah, games basically.
Yeah.
559. My bad, but yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. It's very bittersweet because, like, I know if she's retiring, I know Diana Taurasi is not far behind. So, like, it's kind of like, what is the? Not saying the game isn't great, or like, I'm not saying the game it's not in great hands with like the new people who are still playing, but like, these are the people who you watch. These were the legends of the game. So, like, if Sue Bird's retiring, who's going to try to like take her spot next?
Who's the future of the WNBA?
Who's the future in her particular position?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because there's been rumblings of Candace Parker, who's 36, retiring as well. He's thinking about it. Yeah. So,
I mean, all the players who we know, like, they are older. They've been playing for a while. They all have great accolades like underneath their resume. It's just a different era, like, you know, like, it's changing. So it's time for new people, new meat. But it's still kind of bittersweet just because like your favorite players are getting close to their end. Mm-hmm. But I look forward to whatever like she is going to do next. I wonder if she's going to be a commentator, coach, whatever.
Also, she did come out, and you know she's engaged to Megan Rapinoe, and they are planning to get married.
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying what's next for her.
Oh, so they are planning a wedding.
They are planning a wedding, yes. So yeah, they did get engaged October 2020, the year of the COVID.
The year of the asterisk.
But yeah, so yeah, they are planning the wedding, and yeah, but it's kind of hard. She said it's kind of hard to plan around her soccer schedule.
Yeah, she played year round too, right?
Yeah,
But look, how dope is that to like be engaged? It's two athletes. Like Megan Rapinoe is lit in her own.
Oh, I said Rapinoe. I'm sorry, Rapinoe. My bad.
Like Megan is like lit like in her own respective sport. She's legendary in that, and then you got Sue Bird who's like lit. It's like it's a good combination. It's a good combination.
I bet they competitive as a motherfucker.
It's very competitive. I bet. I wonder if like Megan is teaching Sue soccer.
I was just gonna say that.
Or if Sue is teaching her basketball. I wonder. But yeah, like shout out to Sue Bird. She is retiring. Like I'm excited for her. This is like a next stage in her life. But please don't understand. She is legendary. She is the guard, like point guard. Yeah. So like shout out to her.
All right, yeah. Let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. The National Basketball Association finals.
Yes, it's over. Thank God.
So there will be no game 7. There will be no game 7.
Which I thought was going to be a game 7.
I've been telling y'all wasn't going to be no game 7, bro.
Okay, listen.
We don't do game 7,
He has. Man. Every day on Twitter, I wake up, especially on game days, I would tweet and be like, all right, is this a win? And he'll be like, yeah. So...
Yeah, like don't panic, you know. We've been here before.
He called Warriors in 6 before the finals started. So,
hey, you should have bet it.
I should have.
Ooh, you would have got all money.
He called Warriors in 6
every time they played in the playoffs, I called them against Denver. I called that in 5.
I'm playing.
I called the Memphis series in 6.
In Dallas.
Yeah, I called the Dallas series too.
In 6? Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. Let's run down the finals. So the finals consisted of the Golden State Warriors versus the Boston Celtics. Mm-hmm. It was a great matchup. Game 1, the Warriors came out strong. They got to that fourth quarter, they fell apart.
I don't know what the hell they were.
They fell apart in that fourth quarter. Game 1.
Yeah, we all thought, oh shoot, maybe Boston, you know, maybe they do have a chance against you know these Warriors.
Yeah, I was celebrating at the game 1, man. I'm like, bruh, there's no way Al Horford and Derek White is about to do this for 7 games. Now,
I will say that I will say that I agree with that because I was watching the people on Twitter tweet. I watched the game. I watched game 1, and Derek White was amazing. Al Horford was amazing. But I was in my mind, I was like, are they going to be consistent enough just to hold this pace
Hell no.
for 3 more games?
Hell no.
For 3 more games. I was asking that question because I didn't see it. Now I did think it was going to go 7. I did. Just because of the way the Boston won game 1 and then they won game 3, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so they won. I was like, all right, maybe we have a series here. But then when the Warriors won like 3 straight, especially in game 4 or game 5 when nobody showed up but Curry.
And he didn't show up for the rest of the game?
That was game 4.
No, yeah, because he didn't show up game 5.
That was game 4.
He did not show up in game 5 at all.
Boston lost in game 5 when Curry didn't hit not 1 3.
That was the series right there.
That was the end.
If you can,
I'm like, if your team can win without Curry, bruh.
He only had 16 points that game.
He went 0 for 9 from 3.
And had 16 points for the whole game in game 5.
Y'all shot more free throws. Y'all had more rebounds.
And y'all still lost.
But you know what was killing the Celtics was, well, actually both, but more Boston was some turnovers. If you turn over the ball, the Warriors don't capitalize off of it.
They always do a transition.
Yeah.
You can't turn the ball over 18 plus times a game against a team like that.
Right. That's fast paced.
I don't think that's gonna bite you.
And I think people forget that one, like the Warriors are great offensively, but they are also a great defensive team.
They was the best defensive team in the league until Draymond got hurt.
They are a great defensive team. I know Boston had like Marcus Smart, who is the DPOY.
The flopper of the year.
Fraud.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That boy know he
Fraud.
That boy know he be flopping.
Right.
And then
you see what Steph did to him.
Right.
Hey, I'm not gonna debate with you, right?
But Tatum, I'm kind of disappointed. Hey, I'm a little disappointed.
Shout out to JT, man.
Yeah, shout out to him for
Shout
real
out to him, though. Like he made it to the finals.
But
he young though.
But yeah,
I'm not putting all the blame on him.
I'm not either.
Jaylen Brown finna share some of this blame. He finna share a load.
Hey, the coach getting some of this too.
A lot of them need.
Yeah, Nia Long, fiance getting some of this.
Hey.
Yeah. Nia Long, listen, Nia, your fiance getting some of this blame as well. Because in game 6, the Warriors went on a 21 and nothing run. Why do you call a timeout before that? You should have called a timeout after.
That is nuts, bro.
After the team scored 6 straight, and I'm calling
timeout.
21.
21 straight points.
And you call a timeout before that? What was you doing? Was you sleeping on the bench? No timeout? Come on.
I mean, one of them things like. Sometimes you gotta let them figure it out. But you letting it get to 21 points and you ain't scored a basket.
Mm-mm. But 21, that's a lot of.
I would say 10 at most.
I'm giving you 8.
I'm giving you 10.
And that's a lot.
I'm
giving you 10. Like you said, they do got to figure it out. So that's why I said at the most, I'm gonna give you 10.
Their shot selection was terrible.
Dude, okay, let's talk. Can we talk about that? Okay, so Boston, no, because Boston likes to shoot threes and jump shots and not go to the hole. The last game, it was only one player, I can't think of his name, that was going to the hole. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all can get y'all points right there. Y'all steady want to shoot threes.
That's the difference, but
every possession.
Teams, that's the difference though. Like the Warriors are good like behind the arc, but they also drive to the hoop. That's the difference.
See, the thing is, a lot of these teams when they play the Warriors, they try to shoot a lot of threes.
Exactly.
Because they already feel like we're gonna be playing catch up.
You are.
So we're gonna try to get a couple kill shots.
Well, they trying to, or are they either trying to, show off in front of Curry?
And that's not that don't impress him. That don't impress him.
We made them play get out their game. Like that's not what y'all supposed to be doing.
They should have won game 5.
Y'all the bigger team.
They are.
Y'all the more.
You would think.
Y'all the more physical team. That's what they say. They say y'all supposed to be the best defense in the league, and I ain't see it.
And Robert Williams was great in the semi.
Yeah, he balled.
He was great in the semi
on one leg.
He kind of wasn't third in these finals. I would say like he had moments, but it wasn't consistent. That's the difference. You have to be consistent.
If he get an offensive game, he gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
because
most definitely
defense you can't score on him. That boy long as hell.
Most definitely. But it was just like I feel like to me Boston should have won Game 5, especially with Curry going 0 for 9 in threes. That's a game you should have won.
That's demoralizing right there. Because when you go to the locker room, it's like, what do you say? Like, well, if this would have happened, we should have won. Like, bruh.
At this point, it's nothing.
It's IQ, man.
And then Game 6, if you were going to try to force a Game 7, which I think was their goal, they started off great.
But you can't just start off great.
But something
Right.
between like the ending of the first and then the second, they just gave up.
They did.
They gave up.
They relied on that crowd, thinking that was gonna get them going. And once Golden State took that first punch, it was like, oh shit. Because they scored 22 points. In the first quarter?
Yeah.
And then
So the box scores each quarter was Golden State 27, Boston 22. That was the first quarter box score.
They scored 21 straight points, bro. Like,
And that was it. After that, they just didn't score at all.
come on, bro.
Like, that's ridiculous. But I will say, after Game 1 and Boston took Game 1, I was like, oh, this is going to be a series.
I mean, I knew the Warriors was going to win. I was just hoping Boston would win. I knew the Warriors was going to win. I just was
Too much.
I was rooting for Tatum.
Too
Like,
much experience.
Here's the thing. I wasn't
Everybody
rooting for
else
Boston. Here's the thing. I made a status on Facebook. I will never root for Boston because me being a Lakers fan, that's just against my religion. But I was rooting for Jason Tatum. But I prefer for the Warriors to win. That's just how that. So either way, I would have been satisfied. But like this way, I'm more satisfied. So I'm not upset.
Definitely was rooting for Tatum. It was like, fuck the rest of them niggas. Like, Jason, you can score 50. The rest of them niggas can't score, though.
And they didn't do nothing. I think Boston got ahead of themselves. Like when they saw how Al Horford and Derek White played in Game 1, they thought, oh, they finna show up every night, and that's just not the case for them. Cause like Al Horford to me he's lightweight consistent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a high level consistent. It's like it's very subpar consistent. Not saying he sucks, but he isn't. You know.
It's like, I don't know, when you got somebody like Horford on the floor, it's like just how they trying to attack Steph. Like, we finna attack you.
Yeah. Yeah. And this would have been if Boston would have forced the Game 7 and like let's say they would have won, this would have been their first championship since 2008. So I think they really want that, but this just wasn't y'all year.
They young. They need a point guard.
Who's the guard now? Marcus Smart?
That's supposed to be their point guard, but I think he not the type of point guard that's gonna settle you down.
He
and be
can't
like,
floor general.
Yeah, like settle like Jason getting all them turnovers. Like, that wouldn't have happened if they had a point guard because the ball wouldn't have been in his hands as much.
They had point guards. They left. Kyrie left. Who was after Kyrie?
Now, if they still had Kyrie, like,
Okay.
that definitely would have went 7. But
now let's go ahead and I think the last episode we talked about how every time Kendrick dropped the album, the Warriors tended to win.
that's crazy.
That's the theory that's going around, and so it came true again with the 2022 release of Mr. Morale and the Big
Kendrick,
Steppers.
we need some shit next year too.
I saw Draymond Green tweeted, Kendrick, 2023 album on the way. What's good?
So let's run it down. So in 2015, Kendrick dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, and then the Warriors won. 2017, Kendrick dropped Damn, the Warriors won. 2018, Kendrick dropped Black Panther the album, the Warriors won. 2022, Kendrick dropped Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Warriors won. Listen.
What's good?
That's a big ass coincidence.
That's a big ass coincidence. It's a good coincidence.
On me.
But it's a great coincidence. Hey, shout out to Kendrick because listen, the album is popping.
He helping them win.
Listen, the album
Send
is
that
very
man a
good.
ring.
What's good, Kendrick? 2023 album?
I mean, the album beats Drake's, but that's besides here or there.
We not finna talk about that. You talking about Drake's new album?
Yeah. It's honestly, never mind.
I'm not even finna get into that because I got a whole lot to say about
Hey,
that.
it's some heat on there, man. It's some heat on there, man.
It's a couple, but
It's a disco album.
no wait.
It's disco.
I mean,
I don't like it. But so, if the Warriors are to repeat, should Kendrick drop another album?
Well, he has to drop another album in order for him to repeat.
Shit, at this point, we need him to. Shit.
Right.
Drop another album.
The proof is in the pudding. Shit.
Right. So after your tour, Kendrick, I'm gonna need you to go in. I need you to write on tour. I need you to record on tour. Get a little booth in
something, right?
Get a little booth on the bus.
Hey.
Do what you gotta do.
Anything.
Hey, drop that motherfucker on.
All right, it's like a 5-track disc, whatever.
Drop that motherfucker on January 1st.
January 1st.
You ain't gotta do nothing for the rest of the year.
Just chill the rest of the year. But yeah, that's a big coincidence. It's a good coincidence, like, cause like it works and it's favoring the Warriors. But it's a coincidence that every time he drop an album and his albums be fire, they get a championship.
Hey.
Okay, so here's the question, cause the Warriors won on Thursday night. So like yesterday, all the sports channels was discussing the win, discussing everything about the whole entire finals and Game 6. The major question is that where does this solidify Curry?
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
A lot of people, okay, not just you said top 10, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was watching. It was First Take.
Of course.
And First Take is Stephen A. Smith, Molly. Perkins was on there like doing the playoffs. And Kendrick Perkins is not he bothers me a lot. Jay Will's also on there. Okay. Stephen A. Smith and Jay Will. I think the question was, is Curry now in the Mount Rushmore? However, Mount Rushmore is consisted of just four people. Each person's Mount Rushmore is different because each person has a different view as to who to them is legendary in their own right. Perkins said that D-Wade tweeted out that we might have to talk about like adding, like just like extending the Mount Rushmore. I mean like adding more faces to it.
No, we're not doing it. And that's so for a reason. And so because of that, Perkins thinks Curry should be added. Okay. Jay Will and Stephen A. Smith were saying that Curry is great. He's legendary. He's a GOAT. We will not take that from him. But they are saying he is in top 10, but he's at like a very high top 10. Like
that's cool.
You mean like a low,
like 9 or 10?
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Whereas Perkins feels like he's like top 5.
Nah.
It depends.
He can be either like low 10 or just like out of the top
depends.
10.
What?
We got to stop holding on to this nostalgia of these players that played in the 60s. Bro.
And that's what Perkins was saying. Jay Will was like, where's Bill Russell? Where's Will Chamberlain? Here's the thing about that. Not taking anything from Bill Russell. He has 11 championship rings. But you have to think about the era that he played in and who he played against.
Man, it
wasn't no competition.
8 teams in the league.
Well, the game was
bro,
like not even like as how to say difficult as it is now.
But Stephen A. said in terms of Bill Russell, aside from like the people he played, I'm thinking about the era in which he played. Like that's
what I'm saying. The way of the game was.
No,
it wasn't,
not that. The like the 60s, like the blackness, like that type of era. He had to play through like being a black man.
Okay, we got to play through that now.
But Steve,
we playing through that crap now.
But Stephen A. was saying like he counts that into effect in building his.
Bro, we not doing that.
Right? No,
I'm telling y'all what
that don't make sense because we is dealing with that right now as we speak.
But that's what he was saying. Okay. I just feel like
I guess.
So to me, Curry is in top 10. I'm not gonna say he's like a 7, 8, 9 because I feel like he's more like 5, 6, 7.
So what's your top 10?
Right. Now, are you taking in consideration all the different eras or just like
all different? I'm doing them. I'm gonna do them all.
Okay.
I don't have a top. I will
not in order or anything.
It's in no order.
Okay.
Because like each person is different. Like mine and yours might not match. Like we have a different view on as to who's legendary. Mm-hmm. And to me, just because you have a championship, I don't count you as being legendary.
No, because you be on the bench with a whole ring.
It's only a few names.
Tristan Thompson got a ring and he ain't legendary.
Right.
Man, it's only a few names that.
And there's go ahead.
Yeah, it's only a few names. Like if you say they better than Steph, like I'm cool with that. Like Mike, LeBron, Kobe, Magic. Yeah. Kareem, that's it.
That's your.
Yeah, I mean, if you talking about somebody else, I'm not trying to hear that.
And Perkins was also saying that he was like to him, or or because like Iguodala said it in like a post game interview after the finals on Thursday. He was like, Curry is like one of the top greatest point guards.
That okay? You saying point guards? Yeah.
I mean,
he right behind Magic.
Yeah. So like you got to think about like what about Magic? Like he was great. Like it's all based on opinion.
Yeah.
But I was just saying that like Jay Will, like he was trying to like not include Curry in his top 10.
He probably being a little hater.
He was. He was definitely being hater-ish. It was giving big time hater. Like he was like my top 10. Like Curry isn't in it. He's like right outside.
Yeah, I agree with him on that because there's too many players to put ahead of Steph. I'm just saying.
Bro,
it's not that many.
It's yeah.
It's not that many.
To me, again, it's my opinion.
I don't want to hear nothing about no Larry Bird.
That's what I'm saying. He could be like an 11 or 12, but
no, he's definitely in top 10.
Well, for you, yeah.
He's definitely in top 10. Dude got 4 championships.
Okay, it's
2 MVPs. He was the only person to have like a unanimous MVP.
So who you?
Robert Horry got what, 5, 6? Well,
we not finna compare Robert.
That's what
Horry
I'm saying. Like you talking about rings.
So who you think?
No.
So who you think better?
So I was saying like he has 4 championship rings, 2 regular season MVPs. He's the only person with like unanimous votes both times. No, nobody else has that.
Okay.
A 3-point leader at this point. Like, no, he has changed the game forever. I'm not saying he's like 1, 2, 3, but he's definitely in the top 10. Wherever he falls, he just falls. But he's definitely in that list.
So who you think better than Steph?
You talking about me?
Mm-hmm.
And this is
apparently nobody right now.
And this is
But again, I wouldn't put him in my top 10.
But look, y'all do.
He's a good 11.
Y'all do understand that, like, the fact that we even comparing him to all these greats, like, he's 6'3", he's a point guard.
Exactly.
There's no other point guard that's led their team to championships since Isaiah Thomas. Everybody else is
the bad boy era.
Wing players and centers. 6'3" guy getting compared to the GOATs.
Well,
he in my top 10, so that don't apply to me.
Hey,
he in my top 10 because I mean his size plays a big role. He is not big. He's he runs circles around people. They can't guard him like that. Teams are right now planning on how to defend him next season.
He done seen every defense that you could possibly think of,
and none of them work.
What other defense can you throw at him?
I'm telling y'all, teams are planning right now or trying to build in this preparation in this offseason on how to stop him next season. And it's probably still not going to work.
If it ain't worked in 13 years, it ain't going to work now. He getting better.
And I appreciate that it's the same core. I appreciate that it's still him, Draymond, and Clay. They were drafted there. It wasn't like they were traded there. They were drafted there. I appreciate that same core. A lot of teams don't have it.
10 years.
Yeah.
10 years, 4 chips.
That. And and that doesn't take away like anybody else's championship ring. Like if they trade to another team, it doesn't. I'm just saying that I appreciate that about them. It's the same core people.
Okay.
So whatever the Warriors front office is doing to keep them, I appreciate it.
Built, not bought.
Hey.
Well, let's not discuss Kerr. Right?
But Steve Kerr, like folks always trying to like talk about him and say like Mark Jackson built the team, which he did. But Steve Kerr, he is pivotal in these championships.
They not winning 4 championships with Mark Jackson.
They're not.
I'm sorry.
They're not.
I'm sorry. I fuck with Mark Jackson, but they not winning 4 rings.
But he give hater vibes too. He definitely be giving hater vibes.
I know I'll be a hater too.
That's right, because that's the feelings are valid.
Bro, you inherited a team that I built.
Exactly.
The year I get fired, y'all niggas win the championship.
Thank you.
What? And then they always got him calling the games every time they win the finals.
Exactly. Like that's petty, bro. Like
I'll be pissed.
I mean, his feelings are valid.
But he got fired. That's not Steve Kerr's fault. He got fired.
We ain't saying that's his fault, but
that's not his fault. He got fired. You wasn't the man for the job, sir.
Hey, I'll be big hating.
Heck yeah.
Fuck them niggas.
But Steve Kerr is now Like he has
She got 9. Shit.
5 as a player, 4 as a coach. So that's 4 championship rings.
That's
Got
tough.
9, yeah.
He like right behind Phil Jackson, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Phil got what, 11?
11.
Yeah.
And that was his old coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, Phil got 6 with the Bulls, 5 with the Lakers. Hey.
No, he got 12. He got 1 as a player.
Yeah, he was a player. Yeah.
He was.
He was.
He played for the Knicks.
Yeah, yep.
So he got 12 rings.
Heck nah.
But yeah, like I'm not hating on Steve Kerr at all.
Nah.
It's working for them. So whatever the front office at Golden State is doing, it works. It's
Bruh,
working.
Them boys, they got some special
It's
going on
something
over
very
there.
special.
Somebody said somebody need to check on KD.
Bruh, you love Steph to go play with Kyrie, bruh.
Yo bad.
Because I think
I'm sorry, that's your boy. I'm sorry.
I think I do love him. I do love him. But I think the season he left, I think he probably feel like, oh, like this is gonna be the move. Like Kyrie, I'm gonna get a chance to like play with another great player.
Mm-hmm.
Was James Harden there then?
No, he
he
wasn't
was
there
still in
then.
Houston.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he was trying to figure. I think he was trying to go somewhere where he was the top dog because like even though he was in Golden State, that was still Steph's team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was trying to go somewhere where he was the core, like he was the main person, and it just hasn't been working out.
But when you thinking like that, like it ain't never gonna work out like that if you just I want to be the man. Like,
But
bro,
he's
you
been
in
the man before.
Bro,
And-
exactly.
And that didn't work.
Bro, you're in the perfect situation.
You had Russell Westbrook, my dude.
You gonna get the money, bro. So what's important to you? Like just being the man or winning?
And Brooklyn really isn't the move right now. It's
Them boys ain't winning a thing.
And y'all got
They got-
Ben Simmons, bro.
They got swept, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't win a game.
Ben Simmons inconsistent.
I feel that too. I feel like that too.
He inconsistent.
I feel like that too.
But speaking of the Warriors, let me talk about Andrew Wiggins.
Go ahead, talk
Shout
about
out,
him. What's
bro.
up?
Shout out to the Canadian. I didn't know he was Canadian. Shout out to Andrew Wiggins.
Boy played his ass off.
He was the #1 draft pick in 2014. Went to the Timberwolves. Am I correct?
Well, he got drafted to the Cavaliers,
Okay.
and then LeBron traded him to get Kevin Love.
Who traded him? Who traded him?
LeBron.
Are you sure it was LeBron? It's
That was
from office.
that was definitely LeBron.
He said
Okay.
LeBron.
Okay.
Y'all know what they call him, Lee GM. That's what they call him.
So when he was with the Timberwolves, like, and he was decent, but like they never went anywhere. I feel like him being traded to the Warriors and he is able to play his role. He has really shined, especially this season, this playoffs.
Hey.
And he stepped up.
Sometimes it takes time. Like Curry wasn't all that great in the beginning.
But
It just takes time.
It takes
like
time, but it's also the team.
I mean, it could be, but you know.
I mean, you got them expectations on you when you the #1 pick. Like they expecting you to be a superstar out the
Exactly.
gate, and then when you get drafted
Right.
to a terrible organization, and then you don't do what they think you was gonna do.
It's also the team. I feel like your team plays a part. It impacts your.
I mean, it do, yeah.
And I just don't feel like him being there was a good fit. I think the fit he is in now is a better fit for him.
Ain't no pressure on them.
He plays his role. And
Really?
it worked. Hey, he is a champion now.
Bro, you
Shout
play
out
with
to
Steph
Whitney.
Curry, you gonna get the easiest shots you ever got in your life,
But aside from him getting shots, he defended well.
bro.
He locked down Tatum and Jalen.
I hate to say it, but he had my boy JT on lock, man.
He like he defended very well in this series. So
Hey,
shout out to the Canadian.
he did all the dirty work, like
Yeah.
the little shit that motherfuckers don't talk about that help you win.
Yeah.
Like basketball, that shit ain't all about scoring.
Victoria, what do I say? Defense.
Everybody says
Defense win championships.
Wins the game, yeah.
Offense is not. It's important, but defense is the most important thing.
Bro, you could score all the points in the world. If you can't stop nobody, you
Well, we
gonna
can
lose
trade
every
shots all
time.
day. Exactly.
Yeah.
All day. All day.
Bro,
Shout out to another instrumental person on the Warriors, Mr. Poole.
Jordan Poole. He's gonna be a problem.
it's a pool party.
So Poole party.
He's gonna be a problem. His birthday is. I heard on the Sky Van Pelt show. I was watching the interviews. His birthday is approaching. He's gonna be 23.
Oh, it's about to be lit.
That's baby Steph.
Oh, he young too. It's
He about to
lit.
get He about to get a bag and be lit.
A ring, got a bag, a ring, and he
finna be lit. What a birthday! What a birthday! You finna have
okay.
That's baby Steph right there.
Listen,
Jordan Poole, he stepped up.
kind of came out of nowhere this year.
Yeah.
Hey, Warriors gonna be good for a long time, boy.
They keep like she said, they keep this core they got
They
going
done fucked
on.
up. They done let niggas get Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody,
And Kevin Looney
Gary
played
Payton
with
II. Yeah, I fuck with Looney. He played his ass off.
Otto Porter Jr. Was it Otto?
Otto Porter Jr. Yeah,
His name is weird to say.
Oh, he had some good
They
moments
say
too.
he from the crib.
They say he from there too.
Well, they say he's from Sykeston.
From Missouri.
Sykeston. That's like 2 hours away.
On me, you know, niggas like claiming St. Louis.
That's where Lambert's is. The throw rolls.
Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know
They
about
throw
that.
rolls, yo.
Yeah, they throw bread at you. It's hot.
Not bread, but actual
a big old
edible
roll.
bread. Yeah.
Hey, Gary Payton II, he be
Oh
clapping
yeah.
shit.
Oh,
He played well.
Came from the G League. Spent 5 years in the G League?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he came back from an injury this playoffs and played well in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Once
He a
came
good
back.
dunker too. I was seeing some highlights of his
Boy got-
dunks and
that boy
stuff.
got
I'm
some
like,
bunnies.
I know his daddy proud. His dad probably.
Oh, man.
His dad. He played for the Boston Celtics. Who Gary played? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he played for the Sonics.
Yeah, Sonics,
He played
yeah.
for the Heat.
yep. Yeah.
I know his dad be at every game, like watching him, like, what you doing? But yeah, like this was a very interesting. It was a good playoffs. Like it was, like from the playoffs, like regular playoffs, then the finals. It was great.
I'm gonna be honest though, the game 6 was kind of just kind of boring to me because I'm like, it
They stopped
didn't
playing.
seem like the Celtics was kind of giving up.
They did.
I was just like, we gotta.
They knew they couldn't win. They knew whatever they did, they
Yeah.
couldn't stop that shit.
Yeah, whatever they did at the end of the first quarter, it was like,
They gave up.
yeah.
It's like, damn, they straight figured us out and we can't do shit.
But like that's the point of
A 7-game
a
series.
series.
Yeah.
If you win one game, you watch tape, make adjustments.
That's
You
what
make adjustments.
That's
And
what it's
I,
about.
Like I don't feel like Boston made any adjustments.
Not the right adjustments.
Yeah. You make adjustments. That's the point. You gotta make adjustments.
And I think like the depth, it played a big factor. Like Boston, they bench not that good. So it's like,
And the Warriors have a deep bench. It's a decent
I could
bench.
bring Jordan Poole off the bench. I could bring Gary Payton off the bench. Otto
yep.
Porter. I could bring.
You bring Poole. Oh, you said Poole, didn't you?
Yeah, but I said Poole. Like, I can bring all these players and like
And
they
get
can.
points.
They gonna outscore
Wiggins,
your.
yeah.
They gonna lock your bench up and they gonna score.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about you need depth in this league, man.
And as always, Draymond does his part. He's a menace. Very
He
menace.
played shitty as hell like the first 3 games.
He did.
I was calling for a trade. I'm like, bro, get this nigga out of here.
I feel like his part, just like Patrick Beverly, who I can't stand, is to get in your head. He gonna talk trash. That's his part.
Mm-hmm.
And so he does it well. He does it well.
I think he was just pacing himself though. He knew what was up. He was like, I'm gonna come through when they need me. That nigga, he was flying around game 6. He was everywhere. Like,
And he kind of run the floor too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's like when your big can't keep up with Draymond, like you gonna lose every time.
Because he big.
He taking the ball and he going up the floor. He not looking for Steph, none of that shit. Y'all niggas get up the court with me. We finna push this motherfucker. Why these niggas still running back? Now we got easy buckets in transition. Cause Al Horford in the back or
But shout out to Clay. Listen. To be out 2 seasons with knee injuries and then to come back in this season and get a championship, I'm happy for Clay.
that's tough. The last game you played in was a finals, and then you come back and play in the NBA finals.
Oh.
When he got hurt against Toronto. Yeah. Shout out to Clay.
That's
Clay been doing interviews and he been talking bad about people.
John Morant sent out a tweet.
Well, Clay didn't say his name.
Yeah,
but
well,
we knew it was early at Jaren Jackson Jr.
Mm-hmm. Strength in numbers. You bragging about a regular season game? Come on, bro.
And John Moran was just like, we in people's minds, you know.
Yeah, space, something about space or something.
Nigga just kept them receipts.
Right. and folks was like, on why Clay talking about it now? That's the point. I got a championship. I can talk trash now.
I can say whatever I want to when I win.
Oops.
We sent y'all to the crib.
They did. And the Grizzlies thought they had it up when they beat them by 25, 50.
Man, they was up by as many as 55.
Yeah.
That game was ugly as hell.
And they thought after that game, we got this in the bag. No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't.
Man, that boy Steph a psycho, man.
Something wrong with him.
Hey,
that game when he scored 45, I was like, bro.
That man pointed to his ring finger in the third quarter, bro. The game ain't even over yet.
He knew.
That nigga said, bring me my ring.
He knew.
I would have thought.
Put him to sleep.
Bro.
I would have thought they would have won.
He had a no-look 3 in that game. I'm like, bro, you are fucking sick, bro. Like,
I would have thought they would wanted to win in their home court. Because you know they like to win at home.
They do.
Yeah.
That's why
I thought it was going to be a game 7.
And that's why, like, in many games, like, during this playoffs, when folks was like, oh, it's a game 5, I would always be like, that's because they want to win on home court. They don't want to win on nobody else. But here was different. Boston fans are ridiculous.
They wanted to shut that crowd up.
They wanted to shut the crowd down.
And that's why I wanted them to go ahead and finish it off. Don't wait till game 7. Just finish it off now.
And if we gonna add
rub it in their face.
And if we gonna add some blame to somebody, blame it on them Boston fans. Because they was talking about that man's wife. Saying
they had shirts.
Yeah.
They had shirts and buttons.
Pissed that boy off, and look at it, he didn't cook them.
I seen it, but I wasn't sure where it was coming from. It was coming from them.
They had buttons, and so like his wife got a button, or no, I think she got 2 of them, and like one of them said to the effect of like Aisha can't cook.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a restaurant that had made a sign.
They were selling them. And
in Boston? Oh, they treacherous, bro.
And they were selling them.
They wrong. I don't like Boston.
Yeah, they fucked up when they started talking shit.
So they won at the Garden. No. Shout out to them.
So they need.
And what tweet she tweeted? She was like something about curry goat and like something.
Oh yeah.
She showed.
But like this was my first time ever seeing him get emotional after a championship. Like he was extra emotional. Like he hugged his dad for a long time.
Dude, okay, speaking of his dad and his mama, that photo was awkward as a mug.
What photo?
They do not want to be around each other.
Dude, I swear, the picture with Steph, his mama, his daddy. I don't know if you ain't seen it. You saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, his mama was right here, his daddy was right here, Steph's in the middle. They took that picture. That daddy left so quick.
Yeah, they do not like each other.
He left
and
so
that's so
quick.
weird because like they were so in love. I mean, but divorce is tricky, man.
Yeah.
They was together for a long time.
Like 20 some years?
Man, probably more than that. Shit, Steph.
Been together, yeah.
Steph, what, 34?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, but like the kids still love each parent, so like, we guess.
I mean,
I haven't seen a photo yet.
But you gotta see. It was a video of them taking a picture. Man, that was awkward. But oh well.
But Steph was extra emotional. I think he was just saying like, when I watched the interview, he was just like, this one means a lot. Just because of like where we've been or like what we've been through. In 2020, the bubble season, asterisk.
Yeah, I don't count that.
They had the worst league. I mean, like the worst record, record in the league. Mm-hmm. They had, I think they only won 15 games that year.
15 and 50.
Yeah, that was
and then to come back last year, make it to the play-in.
Lost to Memphis.
And then now, like, you a champion. That's a lot. I'll be crying too. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
As he should.
That was an ugly cry too.
It was an ugly. It was ugly. I said, woo. Steph was emotional.
Get this man a towel for his head or something, man.
He was emotional. And he finally got a Finals MVP added to his resume.
Man, y'all satisfied?
Exactly. That was always like, he don't got this. Oh, okay, now he got one. Is y'all happy now?
Now they don't
so he's one behind LeBron.
I know.
Yep.
I got an asterisk on LeBron.
One behind LeBron with
rings.
No, they tied up.
No.
LeBron got 4, Steph got 4.
Wait, LeBron got 4? I thought he had 5.
No, God.
Kobe got 5.
Yeah, okay, I'm tripping, y'all.
Yeah, LeBron got 4.
I don't know why I thought he had 5. Okay,
yeah, he got 2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland, and then 1 with the Lakers.
Hey man, for y'all to be saying he ain't top 10, he got a lot of rings in the GOAT era.
Hey. That's y'all top 10.
Yeah, I told you he was in my top 10.
No, I'm talking to like the naysayers out there because they don't want to say he top 10, but like
He definitely
this
top
supposed
10.
to be the LeBron era, and he got 4 chips and he got 3 against LeBron.
Ooh. I feel like LeBron coming to an end too, though.
He is. Yeah.
Nigga 50.
He about-
Because the
Not
Lakers,
50.
the Lakers really suck this season.
I don't know if he going. You think he gonna stay with the Lakers though?
Where he going? He moved to LA with the hopes of retiring here.
He trying to play with his son.
Yeah. Which I don't know if he gonna go to LA.
His son's big as hell. Hey. Straight have a son, sons that play basketball good. Like, how do you pass that shit in genetics, bro? Like,
I think his younger son's playing too.
his younger son better than the older son,
No, he ain't.
Bryce,
No, he ain't.
and he taller.
No, he ain't.
he is. All his kids tall though. They all tall.
Wow.
All his kids like giants.
I ain't know he grew up like that.
Yeah,
On
he
me,
pretty.
it's-
Yeah, he real tall.
I ain't seen a recent like
Yeah,
picture.
Bryce big as hell.
But I do think he want to play with his kids though. I think he want to play with Bronny.
I mean, that would be dope.
But it's no guarantee that Bronny is going to be drafted to
No, he
LA.
gonna-
Well, I mean, even if he don't play, they don't play on
He
the same
gonna get
team.
he gonna get drafted. That's bro. Just think about how much money a team can make by drafting LeBron's
No.
son.
I'm saying not there. I'm saying like to the LA. Like he
Oh,
want
to
to
the
go.
Lakers.
Yeah. I don't think he gonna go there. And so
Yeah.
like I just don't see LeBron moving again. I don't.
Unless he going
He
back to
is-
Cleveland.
He's like what, like 36?
No, that man was
37?
37,
Yeah.
38.
Yeah, like I don't see him wanting to be traded again at this age and going somewhere else. I don't. That's just me. I could be wrong. I just don't see it. I feel like he gonna retire with the Lakers, and I feel like it's coming soon. So
She would have got to, cause yeah.
it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Listen, great episode. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
4-time champs. I told y'all,
Rip, you better rip.
y'all gonna start listening to me.
Yeah, and you gonna start betting,
On me.
cause that's crazy.
On me. Y'all want to see me talk some shit, go on my Twitter.
He's handled at the bottom.
On me, listen to the Homies podcast, you know.
For those who aren't watching YouTube, what's your handle?
OG_Vizo.
Yeah.
If you are not, make sure you are following us on the Instagram. The Instagram, it is WDWKAS podcast.
And the Twitter is What Do Women Know 1, and that's KNO1.
Make sure you also are following us on YouTube. The YouTube it is also WDWKAS podcast. Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. As always, I'm Brittney Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We shall see y'all next week. Peace. You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period.